Good morning and welcome to Coffee with Alain. Hope your day is starting out well. I'm here drinking with a fall colored cup. Fall is here. Colors are changing. It's getting cooler, even a little colder here in Montana. And I came up with this quote while I was planning my day. It was today's quote in the day planner. And I thought that's what I'd share today. Give a little encouragement to people that going through tough times. The quote is, when you get to the end of your rope, tie a knot in it and hang on. Franklin D. Roosevelt. And I've heard that quote before. Maybe you have too, but it's a good reminder. I think there's a lot of people these days close, if not already to the end of their rope. And we got to tie a knot and hold on. Things will get better. Yesterday was a chemo day and we actually didn't have the chemo. My wife had been feeling really tired lately, which, that's part of the cumulative effect of chemo. So we just thought, yeah, it's just getting worse because the longer the chemo goes on, the more the fatigue and those things set in. The drug she's on now, this third chemo drug, she was on two different drugs for the first 8 weeks. Last 12 weeks are a different drug. The nausea is not as bad, but the fatigue definitely. But what we found out yesterday, one of the reasons she was feeling extra fatigued and not good this week, the white blood cell count was super, super low. They check that blood count and different things each time before they administer the chemo drugs. Yesterday, it was so low, they said, hey, we can't do chemo. It's too dangerous to do chemo when your white cells are this low. We're going to try to get approval from your insurance company to give you this booster shot that should help the white blood level come up, give you a week off, come back next week. Now, does that mean they extend it a week longer to finish the 12 sessions? Possibly. Possibly they won't even do the full 12 sessions, depending on how things go and testing each week and everything. But there is a possibility now that it just extends the chemo a little bit longer, and then it'll be a little bit longer till she gets the radiation and so forth. But we don't know for sure. There's other symptoms that are going on and that they have to monitor, because the thing with chemo, if some of these side effects get too bad, they got to stop the chemo because the side effects are worse than the potential gain you get from getting the chemo. Because we have to remember, as far as they could see, they got all the cancer out of her body. But because it's such an aggressive cancer and there can be cells that they can't see, that's what they do the chemo for and the radiation and so forth, to ensure they don't come back somewhere else. So they don't even know everything 100%. They can't. But we're doing the best course possible that the cancer won't come back in the future. But we also have to monitor these other side effects. I'm doing this with my fingers because one of the side effects of the drug she's on now is losing some feeling in the fingers. The nails turn colors. The nails could fall off. Now, the nails will return the color and everything after the chemo stops. But if they go too far and it damages the fingertip nerves too much, that can stay permanent. Get online and you can research that stuff if you're interested. But so we got to be very careful that, some of the fingertip, it feels like your fingertips are numb and different stuff. It can get so bad that you can't do buttons and you can't do stuff. And if it gets there, they got to quit because they could do permanent damage where it won't come back after the chemo stops. So there's all sorts of stuff that they got to monitor and check. And it's quite the process. But that's what we're going through. Our rope, we're not at the end of the rope. And if we do get to the end of the rope, we're going to tie a knot and we're just going to hold on. Dixon's here. Good morning, Dixon. FDR, not my favorite POTUS, but that is a good quote. And I would agree with you. There was a lot about FDR I liked. There was stuff I didn't like, and definitely not my favorite president either. But he did have some good quotes and some good stuff. Vito's here this morning saying hi. Appreciate you showing up and saying hello. And Dixon said, sharing good thoughts, for saying to pull through this. Thank you, Dixon. I appreciate that. And fortunately, we do have a lot of good support helping And it's just, it's just something we got to get through. Hopefully December-ish, she'll be done with the chemo. And then the radiation will probably go on into January. And we're hoping by January to be done with everything except the hormone stuff. They also want her to take these anti-hormone drugs, which that's nothing. You just get them at the pharmacy. They're cheap and you take them. But those can have some weird side effects too. But the cancer she has feeds on female hormones as well. And so taking those anti-hormones sort of is one other way of preventing it from coming back. So we still got a lot to go through, but we're getting there. So I appreciate the good thoughts from everybody. And if you are in a situation that's difficult, tie the knot and hold on and look for help that can be out there to help you. I mean, we've been very fortunate, great people in the community that have supported her and helped her and have given her gifts and have brought meals and different things. Been wonderful, wonderful people out there that have been helping. If you are in a situation of difficulty, there are probably people there that could help you too. Take advantage of that help. People enjoy helping. They want to help when others are down. And when you're down and you need it, take advantage of it. Don't be someone that's like, well, no, I don't need anything, when maybe you do. So don't be afraid to reach out and take that help from people, because that's part of holding on. We're all in it together. We need to help one another. We need to hold on tightly to what we have and bear through the difficulties. That's what difficulties are. They're tests, and we can get through them, often with the help of someone else, but sometimes you just got to dig down really deep inside, and that's what it takes. It takes some grit. It takes some determination, and you got to see the light at the end of the tunnel, and you got to realize that there's something out there that worth holding on for. And if you don't have something worth holding on for, find something worth holding on for. There's a lot of good things out there to hold on for. It can be your family. It can be your faith. It can be a cause greater than you. It can be friends. So tie the knot, hold on tight. We will all get through some of these difficult times. If you're not having a difficult time right now, great. I am happy for you. But remember, it might come around. And so remember this lesson. And if you're not having a difficult time right now, reach out and help someone that is. That's how it all works. Everybody go out, make it a fabulous Friday. I'll see you tomorrow.